YouTube, bienvenidos a un nuevo video. Es que se cortó todo, pero ahora estamos aquí. Y como lo vieron en el título del video y la miniatura, hoy vamos a reaccionar a
wanting the people to do.
esperen. Vamos a reaccionar a este video.
To make.
Video
Hi,
de...
it's Sai. So, for a long time, I was known for doing kirby. I wanted to reference that. Also, in his older designs, he is 18/20. I don't know what age, but I wanted him to be adult. I don't know why. I just thought that would be cool. I'll still make him an adult now, though, because I feel like I kind of want him to be an adult. The other time I tried redesigning him for the 100th time, I wanted to change his hair up. So I made these two drawings to see what I wanted and kept his long hair look. I decided to have long hair, so when he transformed into any power-up, his hair could be in multiple styles, since you can't really style short hair much. I didn't like how I drew this one, so I redrew him one last time into a way girlier look, like so much girlier. This design was the one I did least art on, and one animation meme. It was the Defro one, I think. And now we redraw him again. Woo! His personality is his usual self, curious and kind, always wanting to help. Such a cutie, oh my god. Again, I remember I used to make him 18 or 20 on these revs, and I'm sticking with that, because I think it's cute that he still has this childlike attitude towards things. He needs to be protected. But then again, he has a gut, so he's fine. Also, emphasis... Girl, boy... I don't know. So for a story, it was the same story as always. Again, disclaimer, this isn't canon, and this is just what I made up myself. So it's headcanons, if you will. I know these aren't canon, but I wanted to make him a thing. Anyways, I'll tell you the story I plan on getting him. Kirby was born. I know, puffballs aren't born. Or he appeared one spring breeze. But listen, it's just my headcanon. Anyways, there was a war in his planet. His mother was a star warrior, and so she decided to fight while his father ran away with him. Since he's a god reincarnation of Void, he took him to other universes with him. Eventually, when it was his time to go to the planet Popstar, he erased his memories. Oh, I kind of feel a bit off on his outfit again. I am never satisfied with his outfit. But he still has a cute look, and he deserves a cute look. Next up, we got Meta Knight. Oh my god, he's the most developed. Honestly, I love him so much, and I don't know how people could hate him. So be ready for me to yap. His first design was heavily inspired by Banana Love. Oops. He had a visor instead of a mask, which I learned people don't like. Also, he wasn't dark-skinned like I wanted him to be. His outfit was a little knightly, but it didn't have any armor or anything on it that made it protective when fighting. Also, didn't give him demon ears either. For his second redesign, I added some more armor-ish, but I still feel like it wasn't enough. His hair also bugged me since it was like straight up, and that's not how hair works. I did the same with Kirby's old design too. I redesigned him again, as well as his younger self for his backstory. I added armor shoes, but I don't think that's how they work, so I don't know what I was thinking. One thing I kept was his hair strand on the front of his hair. I love the long bang look. I finally made his hair flat, but it looked too flat. For his final redraw I just used my new art style and gave his hair more volume. Also added his wings and removed his shoulder pads. But we redesigning him again, and I'm making an armored version too, and a casual version. I used to make him a kind of mean back then. I made him kind of boring, and I changed his personality to a more serious, but has a soft spot for cute things.
Déjame adaptar esto porque si no mi jefe de color rojo me va a demandar.
Sweet. I'm speaking like these are my characters.
Espera.
We'll see that change later. Again, he doesn't want to show child born as he has the other residents, or they didn't even have any, since in the anime his eyes change color, hiding his true form and hiding his wings as well. Until later on, as you see in the games, he seems more comfortable showing them off. Sorry his backstory is so long, oh my god. I wanted to reveal his story in animation memes back then, but I kinda stopped, so here's a lore drop. It's cringe and not canon, but it's all in fun, I guess. Finally, for his colors, I just made them more dull, because I like the dull look I gave him. Also, I made him dark-skinned tone. You kinda see me struggling with his skin tone a little bit in the end. Honestly, I don't know if this new look, it makes me happy.
Ahora sí vamos a la otra parte donde humaniza al otro personaje de Kirby.
They used to be antagonists of the story, but now an anti-hero? Hero? No idea, rival maybe? I love him though. He's a self-proclaimed king, but he's a king nonetheless, so I like the person he is now. And sure, the model looks like a club penguin now, but he's still the GOAT. Before I tell you what my sister wrote, everyone has unique eye shapes, like the eye shape that Kirby has is hearts, and the rest have different eyes, like different shapes in their eyes that you will see soon. Okay, now onto what my sister wrote about his design. DDD was married into royalty, and then he inherited the throne, since they had no children throughout their marriage. My sister wanted to give DDD a kind of liking towards Japanese culture. Of course, not a lot of things could change his liking, since the castle was supposed to be more medieval, like, and he wanted to respect the castle.
Porque miren esta guata que tiene. El maldito de DDD. Está guatón. Y no lo hizo tan guatón. Disculpen, ahora sí continuemos.
passed down throughout generations, so he instead changed himself. The old design didn't really have this idea or features, since she got the idea from how DDD was designed in Super Smash Ultimate. What she kept was his long hair, bandages, and his facial hair. Since it was the only thing making him look older than a freaking teenager, she also made him bigger because when she was younger, she couldn't draw bigger men. Also, the fact that she can't draw chubbier people, she went with the traditional route on his outfit, hakama and everything, with DDD's robe and crown being non-traditional since the palettes didn't really pass from his generation. The gloves are just there because of the design, it just has it. It was a bit hard to think of what she exactly wanted to do with them. She did try to make the bracelets around his wrists look like Japanese Menuku Shakuro. I don't know if I pronounced that right, oh my god. So she will draw them better in
Voy a adelantar esto porque tiene copyright.
her. The kingdom's subjects were a different story, though. They took years to accept King Dedede as their new ruler, which upset King Dedede a lot back then, since his soldiers and himself knew that behind closed doors, she was a terrible person. I think those villagers are Cappies, I don't know. Anyways, even after becoming friends with Kirby, he still holds that small grudge about losing to someone small and delicate looking. So he always comes up with ways and competition ideas to beat Kirby in. He is still someone who lets pride get into his head, at times when it comes to rivals. As someone who grew up with someone who is very competitive and just not a very nice person, I also try to get a little competitive. Even if it's not good to be competitive, I can't help it. If I'm not good enough, then I feel like I am just not good enough at all. I feel like I'm not a good person if I'm not getting the thing perfect. So I feel like that's how King Dedede also feels. So his ego sometimes bites him in the back. Before then, he was a bit ruthless with his subjects, but Kirby gave him a snapback to reality. He realizes later that he was becoming the person he hated the most and decided to fix his attitude. Slowly. Anyways, I hate how it turned out. I can't draw older people. Oh my god. I tried my best, but my experience lacks. His design turned out amazing, but I can't give it justice. I was too lazy to fix it since I got behind on my college work, so my bad. That's King Dedede. On to Bandana D. Bandana D's no. Okay, I need to back out. This character is so cute to me. I adore his strong demeanor despite being Waddle Dee, by my terms, one of the weakest species. He is strong and he has showed it throughout the series, now being one of the main four in the group. Overall cutie patootie. Now onto what my sister wrote about his design, because she designed King Dedede and Bandana Waddle Dee. I just did Marks and Maglor. Even if all the Waddle Dees will almost look the same, she wanted to make sure that their designs were able to make them look a little different. She made them have freckles to represent the blush that the Waddle Dees have. She wanted to give him fluffy hair to make him soft looking. In his old design, he looked a lot like someone else's design. Cough cough, Banana. With his hair not making sense and his outfit clashing too much, he basically had no personality other than Dedede's right-hand man. Luckily, she changed how his hair is and gave his face a bit more of a gentle look, but with determined eyes, and gave him a more easier outfit to draw and understand. The opposite of what I did with other characters. She didn't think much of an outfit choice since Waddle Dees are supposed to be plain, like more on the plain side, but still tried to put some different characteristics in Bandana Dee's design. The pulled up sleeves for how he's always ready and eager to start working. They're also like that to not bother the leather gloves, as they are there to protect his arms. On his jacket is Dedede's symbol, since he works with everyone who works under him, and she gave him a strap around the neck for the jacket. She's not sure why, but it was there just to be added on, just in case something happened to the zipper, I guess. The spear design and the long thread line around it is heavily inspired by Kirby. He decided to join King Dedede's army again and fight along the people who helped him in becoming someone better. I think that's also a reference to Kirby Fighters, the 3DS one. Anyways, someday he wishes he could become someone who can one day be alongside himself. There's my boy, Bandana D. He just turned out so cute in my drawing. The pose is so fitting, and I think it's just good. No issues with it as far as I know. Here's the boy Bandana Waddle Dee. Oh, it's time for Marks, the beloved boy. Despite only appearing for a few times throughout the series, he's so goofy. Love him. His character is very prankster type, and I love the jester aspect of him. He's just so cute, and then can be so scary in a way. I love characters with two sides to them. For his concept design, I thought everything looked cool. It's what I wanted and looked extra as hell. I love especially his hair. Oh my god, his hair. My sister drew some concept designs back in the day, and they are very old. She says they're bad, but I still think they're cool. So she told me to carry the burden of redesigning this maniac. I gave him such a cool hairstyle. I wanted it to be wavy yet angular. His front hair is my favorite part of it also. They gave him bell earrings and a big ass hat. I love the idea of him having a big ass jester hat. I added pom-poms and bells again. I'll warn you, this outfit has a lot of bells, like so much. Gave him a corset, cause the bitch lay, a buttoned up shirt with a frill collar, but at the same, onto Maglor. He isn't one of my faves, but he's a chill dude. Took the crown, but for the shoes, I made them look like the major shoes. I don't know what they're called either. Oh my god, I keep forgetting what things are called. But the leather-like ones, you know, with gear pattern lining and a gear. I was just really inspired by mages and their style. I wanted him to look like, you know, a mage. So despite him being more of a mechanic aspect, but I just wanted to. So I added some gear, so I mean, it's not fully mage-like. I wanted to meet his colors since, like I said before, I like doing that. I don't like having bright colors unless it fits the character, and it doesn't fit in Maglor's case. I struggled on the coloring. You will notice me change his colors multiple times because I didn't know what color worked well with the jacket. For the story my sister wanted to give him is that Maglor is a hybrid that loved studying, but also loved pranking. He only liked to study what he found interesting. If it wasn't catching his interest, he didn't learn it. Leave it. When Kirby went through so much for him, he felt bad. He almost wanted to leave his plan behind, but he felt that if Kirby found out about what he is planning, his friendship with him would be over. He felt like there was no turning back. For something. Hi, it's Sai. So we got more Kirby likes, so his spider-like features are mostly hidden, but like they're hidden in plain sight, which is why they aren't really shown. design besides looking at my sister's old art. My sister wanted to make something unique with Taranza, so thinking of a way to implement the spider idea without copying other artists was a bit tough for her. Other Taranzas have either extra arms or floating arms, so she used the idea that he's, well, a spider and gave him actual spider limbs coming out of his back that can hide as decorations on his sides. His spider legs can stretch out and they help him move the spider webs around when puppeteering. Back then Taranza only had 2 eyes, but she decided to give him 8 like an actual spider has. The pupils were perhaps he is still feeling guilty, feeling like it's his fault and that he doesn't deserve this happiness. Oh, and he loves flowers a lot. They remind him of her. Anyway.
Espera, se está cargando. Creo que se fue el internet.
He turned out cute. I like the butler look so much. Also, the damn spider legs are so cool. I love that design choice. The glasses are also cool for when he like lifts them up. It looks like Taranza's eyes. Like, oh, I just love this design my sister cooked on him. It's just so cool. It makes sense. That's Taranza.
Otra vez se fue el internet.
Then on to Susie. She's a character that debuted in Kirby Planet Robobot as an antagonist who tries to stop Kirby from stopping him on mechanizing everything on Popstar. Eventually, she is defeated along with the other antagonist. She helps Kirby defeat the real threat, and she later on joins as an ally in later games. Personally, not one of my faves, but she looks cute. I don't know why. I don't lean to liking design. In her words, I don't like it. She looks too showy and felt like a plain woman design, nothing unique or interesting to look at. She also feels like a woman who was made to only appeal men, which I hate, end quote. I don't know what the fuck she's on again. Her art is beautiful and gorgeous, and just don't fucking listen to her. So my sister gave me the role of drawing Susie in my own style, so I made a small concept design that it looks really weird. I don't know, I just had to like put it out there. I don't know, it was just there. For the design choice, I chose to make her have like this black undershirt so that it's like floating arms she has. Also added some android type of stuff like mechanical legs or some tech devices on her wrists for controlling tech.
Lo voy a adelantar para evitar copyright.
Else and letting go of her past slowly. Since Meta Knight is still a little bothered by her, I made it that he was like a little bit afraid of her, but more like a just like weirded out of her. You know what I mean? I don't know. She is taking it slowly and trying to be his close friend. But that's a bit difficult when Susie did tear him apart and control his body against his will, even if it hurted him. But there might be progress soon. Depends. I really like how she turned out. I feel like it's a bit too simple, but I love drawing mecha like things, so I wanted to design her look. The legs look awesome.
Ahora vas a hacer a Shadow Kirby.
Galaxy look. The stickers are on the opposite side because it's like a reflection of Kirby, and the hair is also flipped the other way for the mirror look. That's really all I could say, besides I made the colors black and purple and gave him the grayish purple eyeliner for the buff ball color thing. Their world is, well, the mirror were very shy and scared of everything. They even used to follow along Dark Meta Knight, who found him alone and decided to let him stay with him. And now he has the courage to guide this world ever since he met Kirby on the other side. He still has some doubts of his abilities, but still puts on a brave look for the mirror world. I honestly think he turned out cute. His style isn't edgy, at least for me. It's more of a Galaxy type of look and I like it. I think he even looks better than the Kirby I did, but I digress. I made the ref a year ago, so it's obviously not gonna look good to me since my style changed. Anyways, that's Shadow Kirby. Now, it won't be me doing some of the Kirby and Amazing Mirror characters if I don't add Dark Meta Knight. Our edgy him to make powerful kids for Nightmare, but his father snapped out of it after a while. He saw her plan and they both killed each other. Since she was protecting Dark, he became independent and was like a lone wolf kind of guy who went around convincing kind people to become evil like him. He eventually started working for Dark Mind in destroying the mirror world, and also met Shadow Kirby, who he only took in because he was the supposed hero of the mirror world. If he can control him, then he can take over the mirror world and other worlds. But fate had other plans. Kirby happened, he was defeated, and Shadow Kirby stopped following Dark Meta Knight and became the hero he was always meant to be. Dark just went to serve Shadow DDD after. So seeing his...
Y bueno, hasta acá el video de hoy. Díganme en los comentarios qué les pareció. Recuerden suscribirse, darle like y comenten. Pero antes de irse voy a dejar los créditos a... al canal de Edstri. Lo voy a dejar en la descripción. Y recuerden suscribirse, darle like, comenten y comparten. Y saludos a mis suscriptores. A mis 17 suscriptores. Y nos vemos en el próximo video. Chao.